They called Queen Amara gentle, not because she was weak, but because she never raised her voice, when her husband, King Obosi, ruled the kingdom of Njuka with iron words and impatient hands. Amara sat beside him in silence, while he argued with elders and punished men in anger. She listened. While he made enemies loudly, she made friends quietly. The court mistook her calm for fear. Every morning, the king spoke. Every night, the queen listened, and she remembered everything. When drought came, the king blamed the farmers. When trade slowed, he blamed the merchants. When whispers of rebellion reached the palace, he blamed the gods. But Queen Amara blamed patterns. She noticed how the storehouses emptied faster than they should. She noticed how soldiers were paid late, but commanders grew rich. She noticed how the king's anger always rose after private meetings with certain chiefs, so she began to plan. Quietly, she invited widows to the palace, not to question them, but to feed them. She sat with traders, not to command them, but to listen. She spoke to servants as if they were elders, and to elders as if they were family. From them, she learned the truth. The kingdom was not poor, it was bleeding, and the wound had names. At night, while the king slept, Amara wrote, not orders, not threats, stories. She wrote letters that traveled with traders. She sent messages hidden in baskets of grain. She asked questions that felt harmless but revealed everything. When the time was right, she did nothing. That was the loudest act of all. During the Festival of Ancestors, when the entire kingdom gathered, the king stood to boast of his power. But the drums did not follow him. The praise singers fell silent. Instead, the elders stood, one by one. They spoke truths they had been afraid to say. The commanders were named. The stolen grain was counted. The broken promises were remembered. The king turned to his queen in fury. You knew, he accused. Amara met his eyes calmly. I listened, she replied. By nightfall, King Obosi was removed, not by violence, but by agreement. The chiefs he trusted vanished into exile. The soldiers pledged loyalty to the crown, not the man, when Amara was crowned. The people cheered softly. She ruled with no shouts and no fear under her reign. Justice returned quietly. Food lasted, voices mattered, and power learned a new shape. Years later, mothers would tell their daughters, if you must fight, fight like Queen Amara, not with noise, but with patience, and that is why the kingdom of Njuka still stands. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe for more.